All right, we are live, everybody. This is exciting. I'm extremely excited to be here tonight. So I want to welcome everybody here tonight. This is the iCoinPro weekly official webinar, the weekly Wow Hour. And we are going to be sharing with you some really, really awesome stuff. We've got an amazing panel of guests here tonight. And a couple of them dropped off, but I suspect that they'll be coming back. Maybe somebody dropped some in the Facebook group. But anyway, here they are. Welcome back. All right. We've got some really awesome information we're going to be sharing with everybody tonight. But first, let me just say hello. My name is Justin Clark. I'm going to be doing the hosting function here tonight. I'm going to be talking with our awesome CEO of iCoinPro, Mr. Paul D'Souza, who is a great friend of mine. Honestly, we have a lot of fun working together. We have for years now. He's somebody that was so wild about this online world. Paul is like, I consider him really a close friend, but we have never met each other face to face. And we're getting excited because it looks like in October, he's in South Africa, I'm here in Florida. We are going to probably meet for the first time in Vegas, and that should be an absolute blast. So that's a little backstory there on Paul and I, and I want to welcome you here because tonight we're going to share some information about iCoinPro. iCoinPro is a cryptocurrency training and education company. We are working day in, day out to be the definitive source for everything Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So tonight you were invited here by somebody who cared enough about you to share this opportunity with you. Maybe you've been hearing about Bitcoin. I know I heard about Bitcoin for a long time. I mean, it's been around for a while, but for some reason, it didn't register with me until about 6 months ago. And since then, it's literally changed my life in amazing ways, amazingly positive ways. And of course, the individual who introduced me to it is this guy right here, who we're going to be talking to here in a second. And he kept telling me about it. I saw his post on Facebook. He kept saying, you've got to get involved. You've got to get involved. And then we had a mutual friend who also got involved. And then like between the two of them, I was like, what am I doing? Am I really this thick-headed that I just am going to sit here and be stubborn and not like pay attention to this message that just keeps coming at me over and over and over again? There's a reason why there's so much attention on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a whole. This entire technology, I was reading an article today about Bank of America patenting a bunch of different technologies related to blockchain. They actually are kind of intending to be one of the leading financial institutions with blockchain technology, I found out today, which is absolutely wild. So there's so many different things that are happening right now with this. My mother the other day was talking to her financial advisor, somebody who's been a financial advisor for decades. And this individual, she said, what do you think about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? And he said, it's absolutely the future. And this is not some 20-something geeked out, miner who's figured out all the technical nuances and ins and outs of this whole cryptocurrency thing. This is somebody who is an established part of the woof and warp of the financial business and financial sector. And this individual absolutely gets it. Okay, so this is something that's happening. It's happening with you. It's happening without you. We're hoping after tonight, and you hear these stories of the people who've plugged into the iCoinPro system, plugged into the training that we have to offer, that it's something you're going to want to definitely be a part of, and you're going to see that iCoinPro is going to be that vehicle that's going to help you to maximize your results with this whole sector. So with that, I would like to bring out our first speaker, which is the CEO of iCoinPro, Mr. Paul D'Souza. And Paul, I would love it if you could just take a quick second, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got started with the whole cryptocurrency thing.
Justin, thanks for the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul D'Souza, and I am the CEO and the founder of iCoinPro. And I'm going to just briefly give you a history as to how we got to where we are today. But before I do, below this video, you're going to see a little button. At any point, once you've learned enough information from what we've shown you, and you're ready to get going with iCoinPro, and you're ready to start learning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and where the future is going to be, you can click on that button and you can get started right away. So there's that. I just want to get that out of the way. But I'll tell you a little bit about my journey with Bitcoin and iCoinPro. I had heard about Bitcoin in the early days. Bitcoin has been around since the year 2009. And around 2010 was the first time that I'd heard about it. And the way that it was explained to me, it sounded weird. It sounded like a game. It sounded something weird. People were talking about using computers to mine on the internet and make money. And that didn't sound appealing to me. Like I wasn't into that. Now, I've been an entrepreneur for a number of years. Well, actually a number of decades, a couple of decades already. And I'm always on the lookout for something new. But when this whole Bitcoin thing was pitched at me, someone told me about it. I couldn't see myself doing this mining thing on the internet. It just didn't make sense. And I kind of ignored it. And I shouldn't have, but I did. And then Bitcoin kept on popping up in the news, and I would hear people talking about it. And then I had a very in-depth conversation about it. It was explained to me properly, but not only Bitcoin, the actual underlying technology, which is called blockchain technology, that was also explained to me by a friend of mine. And when he explained it to me, I had one of those penny drop moments that made me go, holy wow, this is the future. This is going to be a game changer. And through learning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, I realized that there was a problem with money, and Bitcoin was actually going to fix that problem. Those problems, really, there's more than one. And I embarked on a journey of educating myself, learning more about Bitcoin. And it wasn't until one of my businesses started suffering because of a lack of faith in a payment processor. I was using a payment processor that they were basically giving me a really hard time, and I was finding it hard to accept payments for my business. So it was suffering a little bit, and I turned to Bitcoin. And when I did that, my world changed. I was now able to start receiving money directly to me without going through a bank. It was and I was receiving the money instantly. And Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin was increasing. And what actually happened was I ended up making more money than what I was supposed to. And when I saw that this was the way that the future was going to be, I knew that I had to share this, and I knew I had to share it with as many people as possible. So I started toying with the idea of putting together an educational system, a company that would teach people about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But I wanted it to be something that didn't just teach people the basics. I wanted people to learn everything that there was to learn about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I wanted people to learn how to invest. I wanted people to learn how to even trade cryptocurrencies. And on that note, you guys are in for a real treat tonight, because these people on the panel here tonight that are going to be speaking, I'm going to be bringing them out in a little while just to introduce you to them. These people have never traded anything before. They've got very little experience, if any, with trading, because cryptocurrencies can be traded like stocks. Like the stock exchange, there are various exchanges that you can actually do cryptocurrency trading. And these people learned how to do cryptocurrency trading with one of our modules in iCoinPro, and they are now starting to see some really good returns. But onto that in a second. Then I was toying with this idea of creating this educational platform and this system, because I wanted to spread the word. I wanted more and more people to get involved with Bitcoin. And I was working out on a different project in Manila. And out there, more than a year ago now, I started toying with this idea of putting this together. And it went through a couple of different iterations. And then Justin then introduced me to our mutual friend. We had a big discussion about it. And then iCoinPro was born the way that we have it today. And that is what we have today. We've got a huge educational platform where we teach people everything that they need to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And we have gone past 11,000 members in the company currently. And yeah, it's massive in a really short space of time, because iCoinPro has only been around for 8 weeks. Justin?
Yeah, a little bit over that. A little bit over.
A little bit over 8 weeks, and we've picked up 11,000 members. And what I see, where I see this company going is, I've said it a number of times, and I'm going to say it again on this call, that I want to touch 1 million lives. We want to get 1 million people into this company, and we want to reward those people for telling their friends about iCoinPro. And I'm going to tell you about the rewards in a few minutes. But you know what? Enough about me. What I actually want to do is I want to bring out a couple of the people that we do have on the call today. And just so that you guys can meet them. They everyday people that some of them didn't know about Bitcoin up until a few months ago. And now they are trading using a system called the micro profit system, which is something that Justin wrote after learning about Bitcoin just a few months ago. And yeah, you want to jump in and say something, Justin?
I just want to say one really quick thing, because this jogged my memory, or made me think about this while you were talking, Paul. What's so cool is, with a lot of people that are on here, tonight, they didn't have a lot of experience with cryptocurrency. Almost none of them had any experience with doing any type of day trading or anything like that. And the whole world of cryptocurrency right now, like, your timing could not be better, Paul, because things are getting easier and easier for the common person to have access to cryptocurrencies and use them. When it started out, like I said, it was this thing for like these super intellectual programmers, and they were like mining, like you were saying, and it was like really, it was difficult for people, the average person can do it. But now tools are coming out. Training is coming out, different resources that are putting it in the average person's hands, making it user-friendly, making it something that's as simple as getting an app or reading this training and following these steps. That it's really going mainstream, and it's getting poised for mainstream adaptation, which is like so exciting. So that's why I'm so excited with everybody that's here tonight. Yes, I helped to develop this system. I piloted it. I'm very proud of that fact, but I'm even prouder of the results that people are having with it. That like blows me away. I couldn't be happier about that. So I'm excited to hear everybody's stories here tonight, Paul.
You know what? So am I. And before I actually introduce people, I want to tell people what it is that they can actually learn when they join iCoinPro as a member. And I'm going to just do a quick screen share just to show people the menu of what we have in iCoinPro that people can actually learn. Let me just do that real quick. Let me try and figure out. So if you can see my back office, what we got here is we got a whole range of different modules that people can learn. We teach people the very basics of money, how money came to be what it is today. We teach people about the birth of cryptocurrencies. We go over Bitcoin myths. We teach people about the benefits of cryptocurrencies, how they work, wallets, how to acquire Bitcoin, all these things. And then we've got also advanced modules that are coming out as well. And then we've got something called the micro profit system. And then there's an adaptation to that. It's a second part that Justin is really, really excited about. So there is so many things in here that people can learn about. And on top of it, once you've passed a particular section, you then get a certificate, which you can then proudly display like anywhere. You can print it out. You can share it with your friends and so on. It's a modular-based system that we got that you cannot advance until you've completed a little questionnaire. We got like 5 questions at the end of each little module, just to make sure that you understand and you have a good comprehension of what it is that we're teaching. And like we mentioned a couple of times, one of those things is a module that's called the micro profit system, and that is something that teaches people how to trade. It goes through everything. It tells people how to get started, exactly how to make their first trade, what they should look for, the pitfalls, things to avoid, and so on and so on. And it's a very basic and easy to learn system. And just applying those, we teach people to make small, tiny profits throughout various trades, and how those stack up to being something considerable. I know some people that have been using that strategy have been seeing some really terrific returns. And I just want to really, Justin, you got something else to say?
Just before we go in, I do want to add in, we have to add in our standard disclaimer, everybody, because we're going to be talking about results here. It's what we just, they legally, we have to do. That's what our legal team makes us do. So I just want to make sure we add that in before everybody shares, because I want people to be able to just share what's happening for them and kind of be unfettered. And in order to do that, we've got to add in a disclaimer. You want me to do that now, Paul? I'm guessing you do. Okay.
No. I know you get really excited about it, so I'm going to let you do it.
Okay, great. Well, we have to add in this disclaimer. iCoinPro and its trainers provide an informational service only and are not responsible for any investments made applying this information. The results described are for illustration purposes only and are not guarantees of future income. Any investments contain risk and is 100% the responsibility of the investor to assess the risk rewards involved. It is possible to lose some or all of your investment. We assume no liability, assumed or implied, for your application of the information shared from the training programs. And you guys, all companies have to have these disclaimers now. One thing that was so important to me when we were developing the micro profit system is that it would be something that would truly educate the person and empower them to be their own boss when it comes to these trades. So they're not having to rely on somebody else telling them, oh, you should do this, you should do that. No, they get the information, they understand it, they're able to apply it. They don't have to pay somebody half a Bitcoin every single month or something ridiculous so that they can get their signals or what have you. You know, it'll be, you know, something that they know what they're doing and they can get in there and make educated decisions and take control over their cryptocurrency destiny. Back to you, Paul.
Thanks, Justin. So what I want to do is I want to bring out some people that, like I said before, they've never done any type of trading before. They're very, very new to this. They became members of iCoinPro. Someone invited them to take a look. They got stuck in. They followed the system, and now they are actually profiting through the micro profit system. The first person that I want to bring out is a lovely woman by the name of Adrian, who's out of Columbus in Ohio. She works 2 jobs, and now she's doing trading on the side. Adrian, why don't you come on out and just tell people what it was like when you first got started, what your thoughts were, and what's actually happening with you now in your trading.
All right. Like you said, my name's Adrian Griffin. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Excuse me. I work 2 full-time jobs. I remember mid-June, a friend of mine, Tim Miller, was posting on his Facebook page about iCoinPro and, you know, this new system and whatever. I took the free tour, was hesitant because I thought Bitcoin and all that was a fraud. So it took me a couple weeks. I went on ahead, took the free tour, and on a Wednesday night, I jumped all in. Never traded before in my life, didn't know how to trade, but once I got into iCoinPro and went through the training, implemented everything that they tell you how to do, show you how to do, it was, you know, lights out from there for me. I've made over 100 trades. Probably my best day for me has been like, probably about 15%. Small. Start small with money. I started and just did the training, got the knowledge, and I am making micro profits on a daily. Now, since I've got the confidence on everything that I've been through, it has me excited to go out and tell people, this could be you. You know, you don't need that college degree. You know, just go on in there, do the training, do what they tell you, and bam, make your little micro profits, and you're gonna be good.
I absolutely love it, Adrian. Thank you very, very much. I do appreciate that. And the next person I want to bring out is a firefighter by the name of Eric, who's from Illinois. Also, no previous training, and today he's trading. Tell us about it, Eric.
Yeah, hi, I'm Eric. I'm from Southern Illinois, and I got involved in Bitcoin and iCoinPro almost 2 months ago now. And at first I didn't know anything about Bitcoin. I had heard the term a few times, and I actually thought that it was a video game or something. A good friend of mine, he has been involved with it for a while. And I, like Adrian, I was seeing some stuff on Facebook that he had been posting. And anyway, we got in contact, and he basically asked me, so, what are you doing? What do you want to do with your life? And we got talking about Bitcoin and iCoinPro. And I made my first trade on July 5th. And since then, I've done approximately 100 trades with micro profit. And it's been great. It's really a lot of fun. I actually went on me and my fiance, we went for a weekend getaway this past weekend, and I had invested all my coin into some altcoins, and I just happened to check it today, and I was able to make a sale at 28.4%, which is very unusual. Usually I'm getting, anywhere from 1 to 5%. I'm kind of a one and done guy. I'll give 1% and get out, and it works well for me. I've been able to buy, sell, and buy right back in, and sell again. Sometimes it's really fast paced, and when it is, it's really good. And I like it because I can also go in, I can make a few buys in some coins and put my sell orders in, walk away. I can come back and check on it after a while. Oh, hey, this sold. What else do I want to buy? And I encourage everybody to get into it because it is real. I was very skeptical at first, and I was kind of scared and just kind of baby steps, but it really is the real deal. And the thing is, you don't have to have a lot of money to get involved. I looked through all the buy orders and sell orders, and I'm looking at some of the coin amounts that people are trading, and I'm just impressed. And it's like, what, I'm going to be there. I've got goals that I want to make, and some of them I have not reached yet, but I'm going to. Every trade I get a little bit closer. And again, like I said, you don't have to have a lot of money. I started with $50. And once I got in there a little bit and kind of got the hang of it, then I invested some more, and I have a routine that works for me. I have rules that I go by. I stick with what iCoinPro, what's in the training. And the thing that's great about the training is if you get stuck or something, you can go right back in the training. You can go to the module, look it up. Did I miss something? Did I not understand something? You are not in any way going to be hung out to dry. I mean, these guys are so awesome. Paul D'Souza and Justin and Michelle and Becky, everybody that's in there, it's really what I have found is kind of like a big family. We're a big group of friends, even though spread across the whole world. You can ask a question and everybody is so, generous to help out, to give their information. And I'm totally blessed. So,
you know what, if you got goals to shoot for, I'm very positive that you're going to be hitting those goals, my man. Thank you very much, Eric. I do appreciate that. We've already spoken to Justin, so I'm going to skip him, seeing as he is the trainer for iCoinPro. And the next person that I want to bring out is someone that we actually had on last week as well. Some of the people on this call, we had them last week, and they're back by popular demand. So I'm going to ask Michelle. She gave a testimonial last week. She was speaking about how she was doing trades and all the rest of it. And I want to mix it up a bit. Now Michelle is a part-time teacher. She's out in New Zealand, and she's doing really well with the trades. She's one of the active members in our. We have 2 Facebook groups. We got one for everyone just to come and take a look at what we're all about. And then we got a private Facebook group that is purely just for members of iCoinPro. It's really exclusive. And in that group, we share a lot of information. We share trades. We answer some in-depth questions. And Michelle is one of the people that's very, very active in that group. Now, Michelle, what I actually want you to do is ignore the trading side, but tell us about all the other training. Do you like and the value that you find out of it? Do you think that other people will find value in that training too?
Yeah, hi Paul. So yeah, as Paul said, I'm Michelle. I'm from New Zealand. I joined iCoinPro at pre-launch purely because I knew I needed education getting into this world, and I thought, right, finally there's something that offers it. So joined up, never looked back. They brought out the trading system. I think that personally, if you do not utilize this opportunity or do not utilize this chance to learn how to trade, you're missing out. It's that simple. Anyone can benefit from this, and I have. I started trading 6 weeks ago, and on my 4th week I doubled my Bitcoin. So I started with X amount, and 4 weeks later I had doubled it. You're not going to get that anywhere else, and that was following Justin's training, the micro profit system. Super easy. It's really, really simple to understand. So you don't need to worry about it, because the idea of trading for me personally was a bit scary, but I thought, oh, I'm not going to get anywhere in life if I don't push past that fear. So I thought, take the plunge. Took the plunge after watching the first trading video. An hour later, could not have been happier. I did like a happy dance, and it was just a really good moment. I think it's one of those things that if you jump on board, you are not going to regret it. Like, you're honestly not. The system's so straightforward, and if you stick to it, you can't really lose. It's and the support, you know, Justin and that, you need some help, you reach out to them, they help you. Paul's a fantastic CEO. I mean, what company do you get the CEO who's this hands-on every day? He is in that private group. He is helping us out, giving us information. I think the trading can be life-changing for anyone. I know that it's going to be life-changing for me. Hands down, I've set myself some goals, and I'm definitely very close to reaching my first one. So I'm super excited. And I just think, yeah, if you're on the fence, get off, join up. It's so easy and it's profitable. You're going to make money if you follow the system. It's really not rocket science. Get on board.
Michelle, thank you very, very much for that. Folks, you know, this is, again, someone like Michelle who's never traded before and who's now like, she's very, very excited, and as you can see, she's very, very excited about it. And if you're ready to get going and you want to see a little bit more, you want to take the tour and see what iCoinPro is all about, again, below this video there's a little button. Just click on it, or otherwise go back to the person that invited you to this call and ask them for a little bit of information, and they can help you get going and help you to make your first trade too. Now, the next person that I want to bring out is Rebecca Gaskell. She's from a place called Nantwich in the UK. Now, Becky has a lot of e-commerce experience, and she's been wanting to do something with cryptocurrencies with her online stores. She's also a very active trader, also not having traded before, and she's now mastering trading. But Becky, what I want to ask you is the training that you've learned in iCoinPro, how has that helped you personally and in your business?
Okay, hi everybody, Becky Gaskell here from Nantwich in the UK. So I'll just give you a little bit of background on me. I'm a single mum. I've got my daughter Imogen, who's 14. She lives with me. I've got my 2 dogs, Charlie and Blue, and an adopted horse in my field called Mia. Now, as Paul said, my background is e-commerce. I work online full-time, and I have several e-commerce stores. Now, here's the reason I joined iCoinPro. I firstly wanted to educate myself on cryptocurrency, and in turn, I wanted to educate my customers on how to pay for their goods with Bitcoin. So in my stores for the past couple of years, we already had the Bitcoin payment gateways in place, but they were not being utilized. I was getting emails from my customers probably every couple of days wondering what these payment gateways were and how they could make their payments in a safe way. So for me to try and explain all about cryptocurrency and how to make secure payments to every single customer was just not feasible. So when iCoinPro came along, it was absolutely perfect for me, my business and my customers. So now I can help them to learn about crypto, to learn how to pay for their goods using Bitcoin, and be educated and trained on how to trade using our unique micro profit system. So when the micro profit system was launched I think it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I started trading and I knew absolutely nothing. I watched the training video from Justin and I watched it twice. So first of all, I heard Bollinger Bands, candles. I thought, oh my God, Bollinger champagne and candles. This is totally my kind of thing. Oh, I'm getting involved with this. But in all seriousness, once I took this on board, I really did give it a shot. And I'll be honest with you, I was really nervous at first. I thought, I'm going to make a massive mistake here. Oh, this is going to be so difficult. But I just took a breath. I followed the system to the letter, and I surprised myself really how easy it was. It really is all done for you. All you have to do is follow the rules. Now, I've more than trebled my investment in around 4 weeks or so, just by following the training and the system. I've done to date around 120 small trades, and about 90% of those have given me a return, pardon me, on my investment. And it's really surprising how quickly those amounts have added up. So just for an example, this month I've paid my mortgage from the profits that I've made. And it's been a totally amazing learning experience, and I absolutely love it. So my aim now is to complete 10 or so profitable trades every single day. And I must say, I really do love going on the trading platform every day, looking for my next trade. It's a bit of a buzz. And it's knowing that I'm the boss of my own trading as well. I'm not beholden to anybody else. And that's really empowering to be totally in control. And as Eric said before, we have a really awesome Facebook support group with people in there just like yourselves, really, whoever's watching this, you know, and you can join that group and you'll see other people who are making really good money from the trading and what they've learned. And we all share our results, and we're quite happy to post any possible trades as they happen. So it's a pretty amazing group that we have in there. But you know what, here's the thing, right? When I was doing my trading, and this was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, my daughter, who's 14, was watching, and she said, "Mummy, can I have a go?" And I said, "Well, yeah." So I opened her a trading account and I funded it like the bank of mummy does. And then she started with a small amount of Bitcoin, and she's already doubled the amount I put in for her. So that's how easy this system is to follow. Honestly, it's not rocket science. And if my 14-year-old daughter can do it and nail it, then anybody can do this. So guys, if you're not already in iCoinPro, I would say jump on the link, which is below this video, sign up, pay for your membership, and you can also unlock those training modules and the awesome micro profit system that we have in place, and you can earn and learn at exactly the same time. And that's all from me.
Becky, thank you very, very much. You know, the more that I hear people talking about how they are absolutely eating up things that are in the micro profit system, and they're using it to, like Becky said, she paid her mortgage with what she's done trading. And I mean, that for me is, it makes me really happy, because this is something that people want, people need, and it really, really helps people. But now, I know what's going to happen once you get started with iCoinPro. You're going to get really excited, and you're probably going to tell a couple of friends of yours, as you do. Now, when you do that, we want to actually reward you. Now, this is something that people do every day. They, you know, they share things. You know, you see a friend wearing a pair of sneakers, and then the friend says, "Hey, where did you get your sneakers from?" And then you say, "Well, I got my sneakers from Foot Locker." And then your friend goes to the Foot Locker, buys the same pair of sneakers. Foot Locker does not send you a check for referring a new customer to them, but iCoinPro does that. Basically, we pay people for referring their friends to come and learn about cryptocurrencies. And there's a reason for that, because the more people that get involved with things like Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin just keeps going up and up and up and up. And, you know, people have been speculating that the price of Bitcoin can get to a couple of $100,000 per Bitcoin. And it is currently less than $3,000 a Bitcoin. So the more that we educate people, the more that everybody scores. This is one of the biggest shifts of wealth that we've seen in the past few decades. And iCoinPro is dedicated to helping that cause. And what we do is we reward people who share the opportunity. Now, in the back office of iCoinPro on the website, you can actually go and view the compensation plan, because there are 5 ways that people can get paid from iCoinPro. We've got multiple different pay plans that will pay you for referring your friends and for building a team. So if some of your friends invite a couple of theirs and so on, you get paid for those as well. You can go and take a look on the website right now. You can click the button below, take the tour, and go and have a look at the compensation plan, read through it, because it is one of the most lucrative pay plans that is on in our industry today. And it is that pay plan that has helped iCoinPro grow to over 11,000 members in just a space of 8 weeks. And honestly, we are thrilled that so many people are now getting on board. And you know what? Our aim is to get 1 million people into this company within the next few years. And you know where those people need to go? They go under the people that are already in, which means that you guys that are watching this, that when you join this company, over time, you're then going to build a team under you that could branch out into the millions. And because those people are under you, you're going to get paid because you are what we would consider an early adopter. So go check it out. Go check out the comp plan. And join us on our Facebook group. Come and ask us any questions. But we're going to move along and bring out the next person. Her name is Shelly. She's a full-time mum. She's from New Zealand. And she is new to trading, never traded before. And now she's making some profits with the micro profit system. Shelly, come on out and tell people your experience. You know, what happened like when you first got into it. Just share a little bit of your story.
Hi, Paul. Thanks. Hi, Justin, and everyone else on the panel. So I've gone blank now. Yes, I live in New Zealand. I've been at home looking after my tetraplegic son for the last 3 or 4 years, and I needed something to do. I started online, and I heard about Bitcoin about a year ago. I wanted to get into it. I mean, it's been a long while, but iCoinPro came into my view, and so I thought, well, yes, that's mainly why I joined, is for the education. I was unaware that I was going to also be introduced to the micro profit system, which has really, it's blown my mind. I always have had in the back of my mind wanting to be a part of the stock exchange. I mean, I didn't know and never ever made steps towards doing that, but iCoinPro, the micro profit system, has catapulted me into that arena, and it's been absolutely amazing. It has been so simple, and I was terrified of risking money, so I came in really small for the system. So I used a small amount of money, and I watched 2 training videos, just 2. Okay, I might have watched them a couple of times each, but I watched 2 training sessions, and then I thought, just go for it, you know. And you get onto online, and you're looking at all these graphs and the screen, and it really is scary. But if you follow the system and follow the training that's been put in front of you, it all comes into it all just fits together. And I don't know, the main thing I want to say is it's really simple. Just give it a go, and what you don't know, you actually learn as you're trading. And there's always a Facebook group, and Justin and Paul are always there to help, and the rest of the team. I've made some, and it's been pretty amazing. It's great when you say, I think there could be a squeeze coming on such and such, like, can someone have a look and confirm for me? And other people do come in, you know, and give you that bit of confidence. And then you realize, oh, hell, I can actually do this myself anyway. And it's really, really awesome. Well, you know, basically, I'd advise anyone to get into it. I've made profits on my few trades that I've done. Like I've actually made 14 trades, which isn't many compared to 200 or 400, but I'm blown away. Every trade has been a profit, and I've profited up to 8% is the most I've made in one trade. That's on 14 trades. So I'm looking forward to continuing and just, you know, it's really exciting. And yeah.
Folks, you can see on Shelley's face how excited she is, and you know what, hearing people like Shelley come out and talk and sharing their experience, it's humbling, because this is like a dream of mine, that I can be part of something that actually helps change people's lives. Shelley, thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate your input there. The next lady I'd like to bring out, she's not a newbie to network marketing. She's actually a very well versed in network marketing, but she's new to trading. Tracy, who is from Canada, spent a lot of years in the corporate industry and then turned to network marketing, and now she's tried her hand at trading using the micro profit system, and she's been seeing some positive rewards. Tracy, tell us all about it.
Great. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for inviting me on here. I really appreciate spending some time. And, you know, I'm a professional student. I'm a professional Googler. I heard about this Bitcoin that we speak of several years ago, but I have to say there really was very, very difficult to find information about it anywhere. It was what you might call cryptic information. And you know, it was for about 2 years, maybe a little more than 2 years, that I really spent trying to find out more about it. I wanted to get involved in it because I really believed it was part of the future. And so I was really blessed, Paul, when you developed this iCoinPro. I was so excited about it because it was the education piece that really was the missing link for everyone. You know, all the pieces of data that you could find online, you had to read a paragraph and then go to another document to understand what they were talking about. But you've brought the whole thing together here for everyone to be able to understand it. And I got a lot of aha moments reading through a lot of this stuff, joining through the community and listening to people and sharing all the information. And so, you know, getting into, you know, being the network marketing side of it, obviously, that you're satisfying that because, you know, people who share good information are rewarded on that. And so, you know, there was some great earnings there, which of course I earned some Bitcoin, which then I turned into the micro profit system and managed to use it there. So then now you're not only just teaching people about the education of Bitcoin and the altcoins, cryptocurrency, you're teaching people how to trade. And so now with the money that they've earned, they've now used that to leverage that money. And now they're not only just earning money, they're gaining wealth. And I think that's the key piece in this industry that's missing, is how people can build their wealth, because too many people are going broke chasing the dollar, right? And so I took that right all the way around, excuse me, full turn, and, you know, took my profits and from the trading, and then took it into being able to spend it. Like Becky says, I mean, she paid for her mortgage. I went out and went to the grocery store and bought groceries and proved to everybody that this is full circle, that this really does work and it's here to stay. It really is the future, and it is only in its infancy. And God bless you and your team for putting this together, because it is something that people, if they pay attention to and learn about it now, are going to be so far ahead of the masses, because there's so many people out there that have never even heard of Bitcoin yet. And that's the difference. I think that that this is so well-rounded a company in what you offer, that there's something here for everybody. And you know, and I'm really glad to be part of it. Your community is so very good at you know, supporting people, and you can ask questions. So as you said, click on the link below and get started. Join this wonderful group. It's a lot of fun too. Thanks, Paul.
Tracy, thank you. Well, there you heard it from someone who's actually an old hat at network marketing, who now sees the value and sees how it's all come full circle. And Tracy's absolutely right. You know, the one thing that that cannot be taken away from a person is education. Education is key. And investing in your own self, investing in your own education is the best gift that you could give yourself. All right. And it is something that I believe that everyone should do. You know, those people who aspire for more, those people who want more, it all comes down to education. Education is the key to unlocking everything. It is in my mind, it is the most important thing that there can be, is education, because education will just keep turning into profits down the line in anything. And with iCoinPro, our goal is to educate 1 million people, starting with you right now watching this video. Now, the best thing about iCoinPro, well, there's a lot of good things about iCoinPro, but one of the really, really cool things about iCoinPro is that we have a 30-day full money-back guarantee. If you're not happy with the product, if you're not happy with the training, if you're not happy with what you find in the back office, then ask for a refund. Within 30 days, we will honor it, no problem. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. This is win-win. We are a company that is headed in the right direction. We've had a lot of very positive feedback from people, and we take feedback from the community. We take feedback from people that they very active in our communities. Like I said, we have 2 Facebook groups. One is a secret private group. That in that group we have a lot of active people that are passing around information. Where you can become a part of that community and feel like you're part of the family, you're part of a group of friends. And you see, one of the things about that draws me to cryptocurrencies is the fact that because people help each other and they share trades and they share information, what that does is it binds more for every single trade. You know, the more people that make a particular trade or whatever the case is, the profits are higher, and people score out of those. And this entire industry is something that I've completely fallen in love with, because it helps everyone. And you know, there's people out there that they'll discover a way to make money and they don't share it with anybody. And I mean, that's totally understandable. You know, you find an oil well, you're not going to tell everybody about it in case the oil runs dry. It makes sense, I get it. But with cryptocurrencies, because they are in such hot demand, and something like Bitcoin that has a diminishing supply over time, it just causes the price to go up. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins. And that's one of the things that you're going to learn in our training. And because there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins, as those Bitcoins get snapped up, the price keeps on going higher. So when more and more people get involved, everyone gets rich together. That is one of the beauties of cryptocurrencies, of this entire industry. And this is why I urge more and more people to get involved, because everyone scores. Like I said, it's the biggest wealth shift that we've seen in decades. Anyway, on to our last guest. Okay, and his name is Travis. He's a multiple entrepreneur. He's from California in the States, and he's now gotten into trading. Travis, come on out and give us your 2 cents.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Yeah, so I got into Bitcoin just actually this year, just in the last few months, right before iCoinPro actually launched. I remember hearing about it, and I thought it was some multi-level marketing Bitcoin, and I had no idea what it was, and I had no interest in learning it. And then I remember this year in 2017, Bitcoin seen some major growth, and I started paying more attention to it, but I just didn't know how to get it, where to store it, and but I'd seen the growth that was going through this year, and I really wanted to get involved. And then an online marketer I really respected, Ari Maccabi, had introduced me to iCoinPro, and I saw it as being the perfect opportunity to learn exactly what I needed to know. And I jumped in and I started learning everything I could. I got my first wallet, I bought my first Bitcoin. And then just as I set up my Bitcoin wallet and I got my own Bitcoin, it was funny. I found out there was actually an ATM, a Bitcoin ATM down the street for me. And so I went down there into Stockton and I pulled some money. I pulled some Bitcoin out of the ATM, put it in my wallet, and I started trading from the micro profit system. And you know, I didn't think I'd have the time to sit down and really do it at first, because I'm a busy guy. I own and operate a couple of different companies in my town here, and I remember I sat down to do my first trade, and I didn't know what I was looking at, so I went back and I watched the video, and I started setting up my account to do the trading, and I just followed the system. I set the trades and I set the sell rate, and I thought, okay, well, that was easy. So I went home then, and I came back into my office the next day, and the Bitcoin was already deposited to my trading account. I made a profit. It's like, wow, that was super simple. You know, I'll never forget that. That was my first experience trading, that I just followed these very simple steps. And the next day I came into my office really briefly, and there was the profit. Boom, right there. And then since then, I've just been making these trades. You know, I try to do at least one a day. Just very briefly, when I pop into my office, I'll sit down on the computer and I'll look for the perfect, you know, squeeze that we're trained to look for. And if I see it, I buy the coin, I set the trade, I set the sell limit. And then half the time when I pop back into my office, boom, there's my profits. And it's really exciting. When I come back and I see the profits just sitting there in the trading account, I get like this kind of little of a buzz. I'm like, oh, there's some more profits. And it's really exciting to come back and just see that your trade was executed and sold for you. And it really just blows my mind at how easy it was to really learn from the training videos and get plugged in and start trading. And it's just, I'm so happy that I found iCoinPro, because I knew that I needed to get involved with Bitcoin, because I started seeing where it was going, the direction it was taking, how the price is increasing. And I found iCoinPro, I got plugged in, and I just followed the very basic steps that are in there. And I learned so much about it in such a short amount of time for a really great value too. It's not even really that expensive. Like, it's super affordable just to jump in, and you just can learn everything there is to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies inside. And I was blown away at how much I learned. I'm really happy with it. I want to thank you, Paul, so much for putting it together. I'm super excited to be a part of the team, and I'm sharing it with everyone just because I really do believe in what it can teach people. It's helping Bitcoin go mainstream.
Absolutely, man. Travis, thank you very much, folks. It's someone else, the happy customer in iCoinPro. You know, hearing all these stories, it really is just so awesome, because it goes to show that anyone that decides to take a positive step in the right direction can control their own lives. Anyway, I'm going to hand over to Justin. He's got a couple of things to add, and then I'm going to close up this call. Justin, you got anything you want to add?
You know, these stories are amazing. What's so cool about iCoinPro and all of the training that we offer, you know, the micro profit system, what everybody's talking about here tonight, is like one part of the whole puzzle. You know, it's one piece of the whole puzzle. There's so much more, and there's other modules that are coming out about lending your cryptocurrencies, about a thing called staking, which I don't even fully understand. I'm still kind of a noob. You know, like all these different ways that you can, you know, monetize and maximize your results with your cryptocurrencies that are out there that, you know, you need guidance on. You need proven strategies. You need people who've been in there and they've gotten their hands dirty and they've actually experienced, you know, the pitfalls, the shortcomings, the problems, and then also found those rare things that are, you know, the golden egg, you know, the thing that is successful every single time or nearly every single time. And that's like the key. And that's why I think iCoinPro is just so valuable for everybody. And again, you know, it really is risk-free, as Paul said. The button down below, you can click on that. You can take a free tour. You can get positioned into our whole system. We actually have a really kind of fun system for building the actual business. And you're going to see, once you take a free position, you'll see other people coming in too. It's called a power line system. And we actually help, you know, give you a couple people when you get started, which is kind of cool. So you do get some commissions. And then from there, we also have, as Paul talked about just briefly, we have a way that the company fills up the people that come into it. And the sooner that you get in, the sooner that you get into that, into that matrix that's there, which is really, really cool. I mean, there's just so many things that are like value on top of value on top of value from the training, and even if a person didn't refer anybody to iCoinPro, you can get so much benefit, and you can, maximize your results with your cryptocurrency just applying the training, just doing the trading, or just doing one of the modules, makes it completely worth it. So Paul, I think it's so exciting. Tonight is our cutoff. So everybody who gets in tonight, they get in first, they go into the matrix first, which is super cool. So definitely you want to pay attention to that. You have up through midnight tonight to make that decision for this week. And so, definitely make sure you take advantage of that. It's just another added value on top of everything else. But in my opinion, it doesn't matter when you join, just join, because of the fact that there's so much value, there's so much that you're going to learn, and so many different ways that you're going to be able to use this information to maximize your results in this brave new world of cryptocurrency. So Paul, with that, I'm going to pass it back to you. Because I think you had a couple parting comments that you wanted to make, and then we're going to wrap up tonight's hangout.
Excuse me. Absolutely, Justin. Thank you very much. Folks, you know what? The price to join iCoinPro is $39.95 a month. That is absolutely nothing, considering that we keep on adding in new features all the time. Today, we dropped a bomb on, we had a leaders call today, and on that call, we dropped a bomb about something that we're going to be coming out with, and people that were on that call were extremely, extremely excited. We have various challenges. We're giving out some T-shirts. There's a lot of cool things that we're doing as a company, and we'd really like you to join us. So, as everyone has been saying, just click on the button below and get started. Otherwise, go back to the person that brought you onto this call, that invited you to this call. Have a word with them. Check it out for yourself. Now, I just want to end off by telling you that not only that we regret more the things in life we didn't do than the things we actually did do, but one of the things that I want you to take away from this call, all right, is to know that if you do not invest in yourself, who else is going to? Anyway, keep that thought in mind. Check it out. We hope to see you on the team, and join us. We really look forward to meeting new people, teaching new people. Take care.